any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Missouri Tigers. And the Razorbacks will put toe together and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Missouri's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you've got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying play action. Wide open downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. This time it's complete. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw it. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quick completion on the out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. He leaves it with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Finds a man on the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Whooping, going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited, and you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board. They are going nuts.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
We've reached the brink. Arkansas has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Corrals it at the 45. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse.
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Mizz has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point.
Turning it on. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Threads it inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's what makes this offense so dangerous. They've got playmakers all over the field. Here they are on their own side of the 50. 3rd and long, on any given play, they can take it the distance. They do right there. Not just moving the chains, but setting themselves up now 1st and goal.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Tosses it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The inside handoff. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Razorbacks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the open. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Direct snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And the ball comes to rest right there.
It's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
But for this defense, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The give to the back. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll set up with a free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got 2 guys on him.
He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here we go. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. To the air on first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the single running back. Pushes ahead for a cover. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying the left side. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency game.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Going to throw it over the top of the D. He's got it inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Missouri! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. He's got the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
He has 60 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
This time it's complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizz has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They get to him as he throws. Soft spot in the middle. There he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Give to the back. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Fakes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give on the inside. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second down, they'll go to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a
touchdown, Arkansas! And the punishment has been extended.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Missouri wants to go fast. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock.
On the play. 2nd down coming up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.